Hey, this is Scott Bradley from the NFL in My Opinion. Check me out, nflmyopinion.blogspot.com or at NFL in My Opinion on Twitter or facebook.com/NFL in My Opinion. Here are my Week 11 picks. First game we got is tonight's game, the Jets at the Broncos. Tim Tebow is 3-1 in his last 4 games, his last 4 starts. The Broncos had one win before Tebow took the starting role. A lot of criticism when Tebow took the starting role, but he's clearly a winning quarterback. He keeps on winning. I think the Broncos get the victory over the Jets tonight. That might be a lot to say, or a lot to ask for Tim Tebow, but I think he does enough. I think he's going to run a lot this game again, because you're playing the Jets, Darrelle Revis. He especially won't throw to Darrelle Revis very often. I think Eric Decker could have another touchdown this week, though, depending if Revis is on him at all tonight. But I think that the Jets will lose this game, and they'll continue to slide and continue to play poorly. And I think Sanchez will have a bad game this week. And then we got Tampa Bay at Green Bay. Tampa Bay, their defense won't be able to stop Aaron Rodgers. The Packers' passing offense is too good. Rodgers is on pace to break Dan Marino's passing record right now, and it's in Green Bay. So even if there was a shot, it's in Green Bay, which is gonna make it all the harder for Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay loses this game. It would be a surprise to me and to most other fans if Tampa Bay got the victory. Then we got Carolina at Detroit. Detroit comes off of a pitiful performance against the Bears. A lot of hostility in that game. Stafford threw 4 picks. Carolina is 2-7 right now. Cam Newton is not playing as well as people are making it out to be. He's got a lot of yards passing, but he has one more touchdown than he does interceptions right now. Not doing that good. I think the Lions win. They have one of the best turnover ratios in the NFL. It was the best until Stafford's 4-pick performance on Sunday. I think they pick off Cam Newton a couple times, and Stafford plays really well, even with his sore finger. And we got Jacksonville at Cleveland, and they both have 3 wins only. This is really a game of the lowly teams. I think Jacksonville will lose to Cleveland this week, and Peyton Hillis is still out. The jury's still out on him. Madden curse, all that good stuff. But I think the Browns still will win that game. Then we got Oakland at Minnesota. Minnesota came off a performance that was just horrendous against Green Bay on Sunday. But on the flip side, the Raiders beat the Chargers, and Carson Palmer finally performed like they hoped he would with all that they gave up for him. It's about time. And I think Oakland, their passing game is too much, and their running offense is too much for Minnesota. Michael Bush, Darren McFadden, it doesn't matter who's out there because they get 100-plus yards against Minnesota easily. Then we got Buffalo at Miami. Miami is on a 2-game win streak, and Buffalo is on a skid right now. And I think that Miami will beat Buffalo. They have the 10th best rush defense in the NFL right now. And on the other hand, Fred Jackson is the number 1 running back in yards right now. But I think that 10th best rush defense, which is only improving over the last few weeks, will be enough to stop Fred Jackson from doing too much damage to Miami. And I think with Fitzpatrick's downfall here, I think that Miami will beat the Bills, and Miami will go to 3-7 in their first 3-game win streak since 2008. Then we got Dallas at Washington, and Washington keeps losing. They lost again to Miami last week. Grossman or Beck, it doesn't matter who's out there. But on the flip side, Dallas is playing really well. DeMarco Murray, the rookie, he keeps playing well. He's got over 600 yards rushing in very few amount of games. He also averages over 6 yards a carry. The guy's an animal. Tony Romo was a beast against Buffalo, and I think he only gets better this week. Well, I don't know about better. He'll do really well this week against Washington. Then we got Cincinnati at Baltimore. And this is an interesting game because Cincinnati just came off of a loss against the Steelers, and it was a close game. So it's easy to see that Cincinnati can compete against the big boys, but it's easy to see that Baltimore loses to the sloppy teams, and they lost again this last week, and it's just confusing on what's going on there in Baltimore. I think Cincinnati wins this game going into Baltimore. Without Leon Hall, it's going to be tough, but I think Kelly Jennings or Pac-Man Jones, whoever starts on the other side, will do enough against Joe Flacco to win the game. And we got Arizona at San Francisco. San Francisco is 8-1 right now, and Arizona is 3-6. Arizona got another good victory against the Eagles, but that was also the help that Cobb used to play for the Eagles, so he could definitely help out on the planning end of that game, even though he didn't start. Skelton, 2-0 as a starter. Quarterback controversy in Arizona, maybe. I'd say so. Cobb is playing terrible. Skelton's playing well. Keep starting Skelton. It seems likely that Cobb could be out this week anyways. But either way, San Francisco wins this game. Frank Gore is playing really well. 49ers defense, one of the best in the NFL right now, statistically. It's just too much for Skelton or Cobb, plus Beanie Wells to handle. Then we got Seattle at St. Louis. St. Louis wins another game. Sam Bradford's first victory as a starter, which is good for him. It's good to get things rolling. But I think Seattle wins. Seattle had a big win last week. Marshawn Lynch starting to heat things up a little bit. I think that Seattle gets a victory over St. Louis. It'll probably be a tough game. Both bad teams in the NFC West, but I think Seattle gets the win. Then we got Tennessee at Atlanta, and Tennessee's Chris Johnson is finally on the scene. I wrote a blog about Chris Johnson a few weeks back about how bad he's been playing. First week finally since I wrote that blog that he played well was last week, and I think he'll play well again this week. I really do against Atlanta. But I don't think it'll be enough to stop Michael Turner or to prevent Michael Turner from doing anything, because I think he's going to do just as much damage as Johnson on the other side of the ball. And I think that Atlanta's offense in general, coming off that New Orleans tough loss with Mike Smith's questionable call in overtime, I think the Falcons get the victory this week. Then we got San Diego at Chicago. I really think this one's not that hard to pick. I think Chicago gets the victory. Then again, on the other side of the ball, I don't think it'd be that unlikely for San Diego to win, because San Diego's got a good team. It's just that Phillip Rivers seems to struggle a lot, and their defense is also struggling. Look back to the Packers game 2 weeks ago when they allowed 45 points against the Packers. But I really think that the Bears are going to win this game. Their defense is playing outstanding. Picked off Stafford 4 times last week. I just think they're really good. Urlacher is playing real good still as a old man in NFL terms. So I think that the Bears get the victory this week. Then we got Philadelphia at the New York Giants. And it's possible that Vic's out this week. He didn't practice again this week. He was on the sideline in a cap. And it just doesn't look well for the Eagles. It'll probably be Kafka, in my opinion, starting if Vic can't go. But that won't matter no matter what, I don't think. I think the Giants win this game. Eli Manning's playing pretty well. And I think that they get the victory after that tough loss this last week in San Francisco. I think even if Vic's out there, they don't win, like I said. But I think Vic would give the Eagles a better chance to win, and I think they could try to go for a run if Vic was healthy, but I don't think it's likely. Then we got Kansas City at New England is the Monday night game. And just for Monday night, it's probably going to be a pitiful game. I think Kansas City might as well lay it down now, as sad as it is to say. I guess any given Monday for for the matter of fact this game, but I don't think it's likely. I think New England wins this game. Tom Brady and the Patriots offense is doing really well. Wes Welker's having a great season. They have one of the best pass offenses in the NFL right now, and the Chiefs just aren't playing well. Castle's hurt, and which doesn't bode well at all for them. Palko is going to be the starter this week, Tony Palko, but I think that the Patriots win this game pretty easily. Well, that's my Week 11 picks. I hope you agree with me, but if you don't, let me know. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I got some wrong. Tell me when I get some wrong what you thought about it. But you can check me out at nflmyopinion.blogspot.com or at nflmyopinion on Twitter or facebook.com/nflmyopinion. You can like me there. Well, thank you for watching. Have a good one.